If you found this video, you are likely wondering what SiteGround web hosting is and why I have offered this company such high praise. Don't worry, all this and more will be answered in a moment. With that out of the way, here is my comprehensive review of SiteGround and 27 actionable ways it is the best web hosting company ever. Reason number 1, my SiteGround story, a Pagespeed nightmare. I've been running multiple online businesses for the past 12 years, and in that time, I've used a large assortment of different web hosting companies and solutions for hosting both my traditional websites as well as those powered by WordPress. More recently, I have also used them to great success with Shopify sites. Each hosting company I've purchased services from has had its pros and cons. One thing I know is that there's always something that a web host seems to be incredibly terrible at offering. Whether that be overall speed and stability, customer service, inadequate technical support, usability, terrible user interface, or even some combination of these. I came to the conclusion after dealing with one hassle after another that there simply isn't one best web host out there, and web hosting in general is just a terrible mess to deal with. I thought that I would likely need to hire multiple technical specialists if I ever wanted to have a fast, secure website built for a satisfactory user experience. That was what I always thought, until something happened. Something amazing I had never thought possible. It simply could not be true, I thought, when I first read through various reviews of a new kid on the block to the web hosting market. SiteGround was something else, and not all of it was good, I surmised. Just look at that ugly logo. How could this new company have anything to offer when we had the likes of beautifully marketed and designed companies like Media Temple to choose from? To say I was underwhelmed by SiteGround when I first took the plunge to investigate it as a possible hosting solution for myself and my companies would be the understatement of the century. It simply didn't have the looks of all those other web companies out there, and they were all currently vying for my attention. But no matter what, I knew that I was fed up with my current web hosts and that I needed to find a practical alternative. As my page speed had become so bad, I was at times seeing it take more than 30 seconds just to load my homepage. Worse yet, the web host that I was with assured me it was my fault and it was on my end. There was nothing else that they could do for me. I didn't believe them, but what was I to do? I'd already paid them, and they refused to help or refund me back my service fees for the coming years of their hosting. What a mess I was in. No matter what, I was going to have to pay them or threaten legal action. What an absolute headache of a predicament this was becoming. Site speed was so important to me, and everything that I Googled about it said that it would make a huge difference in whether I ever saw sales of any of my products. Even just a 1-second difference in website loading times for e-commerce sites was a significant loss of revenue, they said. I kept reading, the pages of information buzzed in my head. But I had a much worse problem. Because it wasn't just a measly second that I was trying to save. My pages were on average loading in 15 to 18 seconds. That was the absolute worst hosting experience I'd ever had in all of my years in business. None of my websites had ever performed so poorly, and the web host that I was with was supposed to be one powering Fortune 500 companies. How could that even be possible? It's not like many hosts I had used in the past were much better, always making my life so stressful when things went wrong. And they always went wrong. I did want to stay loyal to this company because it hadn't always been this bad. But ultimately, I decided that the raving SiteGround reviews meant that SiteGround as a possible miracle cure to my web host depression was too good a possibility to pass up. The first thing that happened when I finally took a leap of faith, hoping that SiteGround would catch me and restore a sense of faith in humanity and web hosts, was that I was greeted kindly by a salesperson who offered to migrate my websites over for free. That was likely something that other web hosting companies would have also offered me, but it was an absolute breath of fresh air compared to the web host I had currently been dealing with. who tried to charge me for virtually everything and wouldn't even give me credit for the time in which my websites performed worse than they ever had before. I quickly accepted that offer to try out one of my websites with their services and see if this viral campaign of unprecedented praise for SiteGround was simply too good to be true, as things like this usually are. Within seconds of everything transferring over and DNS propagation completing, my website was loading 90% faster. About 3 seconds was how long it took to load before any optimizations. I was absolutely astonished, having dealt with upwards of 30 to 45 seconds at times with my previous host. Are you kidding me? An actual real good web host exists? It couldn't be true. It had to be a fluke, I thought, as I swapped through browser tabs to check my Pagespeed ratings with GTmetrix and Pingdom tools. But nope, it was real. My website really was loading that fast. After speaking to a customer service agent in a live chat, something amazing I'd never had access to with a previous host, I was having him set up optimization plugins and settings, bringing the page speed down to just under 2 seconds. And to think, all this time, an ugly logo was one of the reasons that I refused to jump ship. How foolish of me! In less time than it takes to write a couple articles, I was back up and running with an impressive, fast-loading website, and in my mind, at least, my old web host and all the hosting companies I had dealt with in the past were a thing of the past. This was true beauty in a market, and I need not look for something else to satisfy my needs. I asked another customer service agent to please begin the transfer of all my other websites over to SiteGround, because clearly they were something special. I wasn't sure yet if all of my websites would see such incredible page speed increases, but at least I wanted to try. At this point, I had all my websites set up with my previous host, but one by one, as I moved them over to SiteGround and overall performance and stability proved itself to be second to none, I was becoming more and more confident that at least when it came to speed, the SiteGround reviews I had poured over had been deadly accurate. There's a lot more to my story, so I'll link my written review in the description below for your convenience. Let's move on though. Reason number 2. Free SSL certification for all of your websites. It's becoming more important than ever to have SSL or Secure Socket Layer encryption set up on your domains. Why? Well, because what SSL does is encrypt links between a visitor's browser and the server that your domain is hosted on. This happens with any online communication that takes place and is absolutely vital when processing any customer information. You pretty much cannot run an e-commerce website without ensuring that your customer's information is secure. While the masses may not seem to know much about it, companies and governments the world over have been doing marketing to those consumers, ensuring that they expect to see a green HTTPS along with the word secure or a lock icon. This lets them know they're on a secure site and are then safe to process transactions with the company. Without SSL, you cannot expect to go very far with any online business or services, and for good reason. It's entirely unethical and in some cases even illegal to proceed this way otherwise. Worse yet, for anyone not running SSL this year, Google has unequivocally stated that they will make sure 2/3 of websites running anything on the website that captures customer information, such as email forms, search boxes, etc., will be flagged with a red caution symbol and the text "not secure." Along with that, Google will also have text letting your customers know that because your website's unsecure, they should not enter any sensitive information whatsoever. If you're selling anything, that will result in huge revenue loss because you'll lose those visitors to your site as valuable customers. Not having SSL certification on your domain could literally be the death of your business. For more information, I have resources about this and other things that I'll discuss in my review down below in my written review. Just check it out. One more thing. Google has also said that SSL, having a HTTPS on your domain, is in fact a ranking factor. Thankfully, SSL is now included with your SiteGround web hosting plan, ensuring that you'll never have to worry about this fatal business error ever again. They'll also set up your domain for you. My company websites use multiple domains that redirect traffic all over the place. We're able to set up SSL for even those, which is excellent because it allows a user to just type in our website name with or without HTTP, HTTPS, www, etc., and then have them redirect to our secure websites. It is my goal to always use SSL going forward, and the fact that SiteGround offers free SSL makes it a better web host to get involved with right out the gate, as opposed to so many web hosting companies that offer nothing like this for their customers. Reason number 3, free lifetime renewal of SSL for all hosting plans. Not only do you have SSL included through Let's Encrypt with every plan, even the cheapest option, but your SSL certifications are automatically renewed every year. You don't have to go through the headache of renewing them all, getting the emails, validating, etc. They're just renewed for you without you having to lift a finger. Reason number 4, heavily optimized WordPress hosting. SiteGround WordPress hosting is an incredible service at an amazing price. You just can't get hosting like this anywhere else. Offering all the best in technology and support systems, SiteGround gives you a ton of tools to help you optimize and control your WordPress website right within its cPanel backend. Reason number 5, one-click install. Immediately, once inside cPanel, you can easily launch your WordPress website right away in seconds with just one click of the mouse. What could possibly be easier than that? Reason number 6, auto updates for WordPress and other services. Logging into each individual website you have hosted with SiteGround in order to perform updates is a thing of the past. Now, all you have to do to update your WordPress or other compatible service is access your cPanel and update them directly there. You can even schedule updates for every time they release a new update. Reason number 7, Super Cacher, both for WordPress and other compatible services. Besides the startup plan, all of SiteGround's services come with the amazing Super Cacher, allowing you to cache resources and greatly increase site and page speed, ensuring a much smoother experience for your customers. It's important to point out that even just 1 second of extra loading time on a web page can seriously decrease revenue. It doesn't matter if your website is e-commerce or something else. Page speed matters, and it's absolutely a ranking factor according to Google. If you have any trouble setting this up, or you simply don't feel comfortable, SiteGround will absolutely do it for you at no extra charge. What's amazing is just how much of a difference this powerful little plugin will make to your life and business profits when your website is finally loading the way that it should. There are 4 different types of caching services, but the main 3 options are as follows. Static caching. This service takes all your large image files, CSS code, JavaScript, any Flash files, etc., and caches them in the browser so that instead of loading everything from the server, your visitors are accessing the cached information. This is important, as it can help to ensure that you have access to significantly more visitor hits, and SiteGround specifies that this could be up to 100 times more than if you chose not to utilize caching at all. Dynamic caching. Your website server has its own memory or RAM, and this service will take any dynamic files and content on your site and create copies to store into the RAM and memory. It works in conjunction with static caching, and a lot of technical things are going on in the background. All you need to know is that these processes ensure a smooth and unified experience for all your users, which is very important in getting your visitors to perform actions on your website. Whether that be buying something, filling out a form for your newsletter, clicking important links, or even just contacting you. More importantly, a well-functioning and fast-loading website captivates your audience and likely leads to repeat visitors and therefore repeat customers. Memcache Level 3 Caching. This one is a bit confusing to explain. Your website has a database which stores a multitude of different things, and it is this that, if corrupted, can lead to the loss of an entire website. While SiteGround offers other protections for database corruption, what memcaching does is reduce the number of times that data in your database is queried, or asked a question, basically. The types of things that it speeds up are page renders, API calls, and all your database cells. WordPress can take advantage of this service, and it makes a metric world of difference too. Unless you're some developer, you really don't need to know much about this information, and I myself am certainly no expert. There's just a ton to be said about supercached services and website caching in general, to be honest. Lest I get bogged down with all that technical information, though, let's simply move on. Reason number 8. SiteGround Optimization WordPress plugin. This one is specifically for WordPress. Along with the supercacher options you get within your cPanel backend, you can also install, and absolutely should, SiteGround's own optimization plugin. This is a plugin that was created by SiteGround in order to get the supercaching services working perfectly for all your WordPress-powered websites. As I mentioned above, this helps to greatly reduce page speed and overall slowdown. As with anything I have mentioned here, if you're having any problems at all, I recommend you just talk to SiteGround. They are always ready and willing to lend a helping hand. Reason number 9. WordPress staging. Ever wanted to play around with your website but not mess it up on the live end? If you've ever used XAMPP or WAMP to set up a local server and test different theme or plugin configurations, or even optimize for page speed, and you didn't want to affect your website and possibly break it completely, this is the perfect tool for you. This is what I used to do, but I no longer have to do so since I became a customer of SiteGround, because I can do all of the staging of my websites completely included in the package. That is, as long as you have the Go Geek plan. Once you have copied over your website and made the changes to your staging environment, pushing updates to your live site is literally just a click away. Say goodbye to breaking your website and hello to the freedom that staging offers you. Reason number 10. WordPress migration for free. You heard that correct. SiteGround will bend over backwards to help you and migrate all of your WordPress websites over to their web hosting service absolutely free, letting you simply relax and handle the things that you're best at. They take care of the rest. Reason number 11. Simply the most affordable plans on the market. Considering all the features that you get with SiteGround, and may I remind you, we're only at number 11 in the review, you would expect to have to pay a pretty penny here. After all the goodness has to cost a fortune, right? You'd actually be wrong. Having been in business online for over a decade, I can safely assure you that you'd be hard-pressed to find a better service offering this much value for these kinds of prices. It's simply unheard of in the industry. Beyond the value, SiteGround is uniquely positioned to help you get only the plan you need right now, with plans to upgrade as you grow your business. They offer 3 main plans for shared hosting before you get into their more expensive dedicated servers and enterprise solutions. They're certainly aptly named hosting plans too. First up is their lowest plan called Startup, offering you only one website but 10 gigabytes of web space on their servers, and it's totally capable of handling at least 10,000 visits per month. Their next plan is Grow Big and offers about double what the startup plan does, as well as some very important additional features. The biggest one is that you can host an unlimited amount of websites with this plan. Now, you still have to account for resources, but unless you have giant websites at the moment, this plan will likely suffice until you grow a bit more. See what I did there? At this plan level, you also get free website restoration from any of 30 different backups that are done for you daily. How's that for peace of mind regarding your business or personal project? SiteGround's highest tier shared hosting plan, Go Geek, offers the absolute best in website resources and features, allowing you up to 100,000 visits per month and 30 gigabytes of web space. It is also at this tier of hosting that you get access to the staging for your websites. As I mentioned just a bit ago, staging allows you to easily update your website in a safe environment and then push the changes to the live site right away. In my written review, I have a chart that kind of goes over the different differences, so you can check that out as well. Reason number 12. Unlimited subdomains and why that's important. All plans come with the ability to set up as many subdomains on your main domains as you want. If you've ever visited any of the web properties that Disney runs, you may have noticed that they're doing subdomains right. Basically, for every different theme that Disney has, they have a separate subdomain to market. Check out their Princess or Cars properties, for instance. They're distinctly different, and they cater specifically to the theme in all the best ways. This allows them to focus their SEO or search engine optimization efforts on those properties individually. It allows them to build an empire of different theme-based properties. There's a lot of different expert opinions on whether or not SEO should be done this way or if it should be done a different way, but I tend to prefer the Disney approach. Currently, I'm doing this with a lot of my sites, such as one where I offer consulting services and promote business products and services at the same time, as well as writing content to help businesses find success in the ever-changing world and avoid common pitfalls. For a more in-depth look at the question of whether or not to use domains or multiple subdomains for your business, check out an excellent article by Jenny Halaz over at Search Engine Journal. It's also available in my written review. But I'll put a link in the description as well for your convenience. Reason number 13, fastest web hosting company in existence. As I mentioned in my story, SiteGround was able to address my issues where some of my sites were taking 30 to 45 seconds to load. This was just atrocious, and it destroyed any chance of me making sales or really accomplishing anything. What's really important is back in 2018, Google more than ever stressed how important page load speed really is. Basically, it's a major ranking factor, and many speculate it might even be the most important one. As soon as I changed my web hosting company to SiteGround, my websites were loading within about 3 seconds without optimization. And after optimizing further with SiteGround Supercacher and various settings, I had everything loading in about 2 seconds and all my websites. Reason number 14, Cloudflare CDN is now integrated with SiteGround. Another factor that really plays a part in page speed optimization is something called minification, as well as additional caching. What's so nice about Cloudflare as a CDN being integrated is that it's optimized to work perfectly with SiteGround and their own caching plugins. If you have any issues with speed or optimization directly related to this, SiteGround support is always able to help you as well. The last time I was messing with plugins and caused an issue, literally my life, I just contacted them right away and they changed up some settings, fixing the problem for me right away. Minification is so important because it addresses HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, and it minifies these resources by removing the redundant data that's unnecessary. But the browser that your visitors will see will still process the resources normally. Just know that what minification does is get rid of information that's unneeded and cause your website to load significantly faster because the browser is no longer having to load as much data as it was before. Essentially, any site working towards maximum page speed and optimization for both users and the search engines is going to need both caching as well as minification. SiteGround, through its integration with Cloudflare, provides both in tandem with each other. If you want the absolute best in page speed, you need to keep these things in mind. Lest I forget to remind you again, page speed is a significant ranking factor for Google and other search engines. If you want your best chance at ranking for keywords and generating traffic from organic search, you must optimize your websites for speed and usability. Reason number 15, built-in e-commerce solutions. If you currently have an online store or are planning to in the future, a huge number of companies, artists, designers, coaches, and others have all switched over to Shopify as their e-commerce platform of choice. If you, however, are someone who already uses an e-commerce option such as Joomla, Magento, or PrestaShop, you're in luck as SiteGround already has these store platforms built in. Assuming your website already uses one of those solutions, it will be incredibly easy to get back up and running with your business by setting your store up right away inside of SiteGround's cPanel backend. If these e-commerce platforms happen to offer more of the features you're looking for versus WooCommerce, Shopify, etc., it's always nice to know that you could switch over to one of these without having to go through any extra work. It generally requires researching each platform and finding all the required files and plugins to get any online storefront up and running. So that SiteGround has them integrated and has staff that can help you as issues arise certainly offers extra peace of mind when deciding who you'd like to host with. Reason number 16, Joomla staging. Not everyone is running WordPress these days, and Joomla is still an attractive alternative. Thankfully, SiteGround has thought of that and included a very simple system to do staging for Joomla sites, just the same as with WordPress. Again, only being offered to the highest tier of shared hosting, the Go Geek plan, Joomla staging allows anyone with a Joomla to create a copy of their website that allows them to tweak and make significant website changes without ever having to worry about missing a line of code and crashing the website. Since this is a very real concern and can cost any individual person or team hours or even days to uncover those errors, one need not worry about such fears when hosting with SiteGround. I really do love the staging features built into this web host, because not only do I have the security, but I don't need to waste time setting up localhost servers and recreating or migrating my website information over. I can just go into my cPanel, access the staging options, and go to work breaking my sites. Reason number 17, Softaculous all-in-one, one-click install. Besides all the e-commerce website platforms that SiteGround offers, they also have another installation system fully integrated that allows you to quickly install a cornucopia of other platforms and website tools. It's called Softaculous, and I do remember I had a different web host years ago that had the option within their cPanel as well. What's so nice about Softaculous is the vast amount of variable options that you can install. They offer everything from blogs to full CMS and even email solutions. The categories available are blogs, microblogs, portals and CMS, forums, image galleries, wikis, social networking, ad management, calendars. The list goes on and on. They even offer database tools. This lets you have hundreds of options, no matter what kind of system you're planning on setting up on your websites. Where normally you would have to go out and get all the required and necessary files for any of these, Softaculous Instant Installer will have you up and running with any of them in just minutes. Softaculous is an incredibly powerful tool, and it would make your head spin, not to mention bore you to death if I got into all the different things that you can actually install on your website. Just know that anything you're looking for, Softaculous probably has it in spades. Reason number 18, overall beautiful UI and excellent support documentation. cPanel has always been beautiful. I've always found its user interface so refreshingly simple to navigate. Did you know that web hosts all offer their own sort of backend systems? Even shared hosting companies do, and they don't all use cPanel. I've been absolutely confused by systems I used in the past, and so I'm so thankful that SiteGround chose cPanel as its backend for shared and WordPress hosting. SiteGround's website is overall very easy to navigate, though if I have one complaint, it's about getting to the chat option of support. Sometimes that requires several steps. You'll have to enter your question, SiteGround basically determines what section of help you need, and it offers you immediate solutions. I, however, usually just scroll down and find the additional support and choose to chat. However, it's worth noting that many times I've actually found all the information I needed, even for things that seemed completely out of my reach from a technical perspective. What's actually available in the help documentation is incredibly well written, and it's easy to follow. And SiteGround offers a wide range of different support systems and helpful guides as well. Rather than simply being a Wikipedia of sorts, you have actionable solutions at your fingertips whenever you need them through SiteGround Help. When searching for anything, a sophisticated AI finds whatever you need very quickly and also offers direct links to both in-depth tutorials and their extensive knowledge base. As I mentioned many times in this review, though, the absolute cornerstone of what makes their support system so great is the team of talented staff and chat system, which almost always has you connected without waiting for even a minute. An absolute class of their own. Reason number 19, Enterprise Class Cloud Hosting. If you are a very large company or you happen to own a large web property, then shared hosting might not be the right option for you. In that case, SiteGround offers several other options, the first of which I'm addressing here. Introducing a fast, ultra-scalable system that still allows all the features you've come to know and love about shared hosting, but on a whole other level. Fully managed and coming with 24/7 VIP support, SiteGround's cloud hosting is a major upgrade to any of their shared plans. It still has one-click install solution for WordPress, Joomla, Drupal, and even Magento. It comes with auto-update and staging options, and it has super caching options as well. Softaculous installer comes too, and there's just so much more. Best of all, it runs on super fast Linux containers, all with SSD or solid-state drive disks, ensuring the best in speed and resource efficiency. There are 4 different cloud hosting plans with SiteGround. All of them offer ridiculous 5 terabyte data transfer. You can even set your server up to auto-scale when you have traffic spikes. Reason number 20, SiteGround's world-class dedicated hosting. Just like their cloud hosting, SiteGround offers fully managed dedicated hosting options to you as well. They still offer auto-updating and staging services for the top website platforms, and you actually don't have to worry about setting up the server or updating anything, as well as monitoring and fixing problems. SiteGround's team of talent will take care of all of that for you, and you can simply focus on running your business and building your empire. They offer what they call blazing fast support, and once again, that's a 24/7 VIP service. You can submit tickets, call them on the phone, or use their chat system anytime you need to speak to an expert. They make sure to use the best data centers with exclusive machines, so you're always getting the best service imaginable. WordPress, Joomla, and Magento are supported platforms for one-click install on SiteGround dedicated hosting as well. Softaculous is also supported. 3 different options for service plans are available, and each with 10 terabytes of bandwidth for even the most demanding of company needs. 5 free dedicated IP addresses are also included in your dedicated web hosting plan through SiteGround. Reason number 21, and probably one of the most important. Absolutely real, 99.9% uptime. There is a reason that you'll find written all over the web that SiteGround has the best technology in the business. Customers everywhere have seen that unlike so many other hosting solutions, SiteGround's unique system using Linux-based containers, or LXC, is built to be elastic in times of any traffic spike. Their own developers have written such code into coding systems that are now even integrated into the official Linux kernel itself. They offer so much in terms of technological solutions when it comes to their servers, such as their own server monitoring that allows significantly faster access to information regarding issues on their servers. They have best-in-class security and AI bots that prevent your WordPress and other web platforms from allowing rogue bots to access your websites. SiteGround claims to block from 500,000 to 2 million brute force attempts on your website every hour. It's amazing just how hostile the online world actually is. You need a safe, best-in-class solution, even if you have an unknown tiny website. And if you'd like more information on dangerous bots and SiteGround's ways of dealing with them, I've put more links as well for this in my written review. Not ever having to worry about your website being down due to excessive traffic means that if you win the internet lottery and have your content or company go viral, you no longer have to worry about losing out on the sales and commissions that come with it. Reason number 22, ebooks that are available to all. While most reviews would likely focus on what you get for paying money and signing up with a web hosting plan, I also wanted to highlight how SiteGround is giving back in general when it comes to website management and development. It shows that you're dealing with a great company when free resources are available absolutely free of charge to anyone who even just decides to check out the website. In case you're unaware, whether you're a SiteGround customer or not, you can access several different links to different things, including topics of WooCommerce, WordPress, website optimization, and WordPress security. I have included the links in my written review. I really want to thank SiteGround for offering these free to everyone. I'm absolutely sure, dear viewers, that you will benefit just as much as I have from them and how they helped me and my companies. Reason number 23, amazing perk discounts. Once you become a SiteGround customer, you instantly have access to several great discounts on online solutions for your websites. There are all sorts of discounts. You can find co-working office spaces by WeWork, WordPress development services through Codeable. You can find different plugin and theme options, and the value is really just there. Just check it out once you're a customer. Reason number 24, lucrative referral and affiliate programs. As I state in my disclaimers all over my websites, I'm absolutely an affiliate for SiteGround. I wouldn't be, however, if I didn't truly believe this is the best web hosting out there that money can buy. Nor would I promote it if I hadn't experienced its excellent services for myself. I'm wrapping up this review very soon, but for the moment, please bear with me because I wanted to show you just how many people out there believe the same as me regarding SiteGround. So many reviews, all from real people, have chosen SiteGround as their premier web hosting company, and you will see from social media polls, Facebook, and critics the world over that SiteGround is consistently rated the best and #1 web host. Whether you decide to directly promote SiteGround or simply want to refer a few friends for free services, they have excellent programs for both. SiteGround's referral program offers up to 3 months free of web hosting for bringing in just one friend, depending on which plan they sign up for. Their affiliate program, on the other hand, at its highest tiers, can pay out $100 per sale for recommending the best web hosting company on the internet. How could you not, though? Reason number 25, free drag and drop site builder. As an added bonus, SiteGround has their own site builder with simple drag and drop functionality. I found it one day while I was browsing the site and I decided to look at additional services. It showed up under a header labeled Order Extras, but I thought I'd try it out anyways. There are upgraded plans, but the free plan gives you access to unlimited pages, so it's not really that limited in that respect. You can add HD video and audio using the HTML5 player if you pay a premium as well. Under Pro and Business options, you can even use the drag and drop site builder to create membership sites with up to 100 users. The Business plan lets you have unlimited users. You can also have registration buttons, and there's so many other extra features. This is just a nice little gem that I thought some of my viewers might be interested in, and since the original plan is free by simply hosting, it's at least worth trying it out. Reason number 26, unlimited email account. This benefit of hosting with SiteGround is an absolute must, and while your account resources won't actually afford you unlimited emails, they do use storage space, of course. The fact that I can create as many accounts as I possibly need allows me to segment my email lists and communication efforts. I have so many email accounts for all of my companies, and I find the need all the time for more, for all sorts of different aspects of my businesses. I pretty much exclusively use SiteGround for setting up my email accounts, And I use another program that I did a review of last year called Mailbird as my preferred email client. I highly recommend you check out the review of that, and for your convenience, I've also put that down in the description below. It's hands down the best email client for Windows available, and I have a ton of respect for its CEO, Andrea LeBeer, and the way that she is doing email right, in my opinion. Reason number 27. The reviews. Oh, the reviews. Nothing could ever give someone more reason to try out SiteGround as their new web host more than its glowing reviews all over the internet and in the media. I'm not sure that I've ever seen a business product or service more praised than SiteGround website hosting. Super low refund rates, and consistently rated #1 by users all over in polls and passionate reviews. But don't just take my word for it, search Google. Hopefully, that's how you found my review, or even check social media. Here, I'm going to show you some photos and such of different reviews for SiteGround, so that again, you don't have to just take my word for it. As you can clearly see from all of the reviews and polls, people absolutely love SiteGround web hosting. Whether you're looking for shared hosting for your fashion or travel blog, or you need enterprise solutions and dedicated servers, SiteGround offers the absolute best in technology and services, as well as excellent support, making it a top-notch solution for anyone looking to stop wasting time with shared hosting, which usually lies to you about your resources and would drop you like a hat if you started seeing real results and traffic. Real businesses use SiteGround because you can't sacrifice page speed for anything else. If you found this review helpful, please let me know in the comments. Like the video if you liked it, subscribe to my channel for more business tips and product reviews, and ring the bell, because if you don't ring the bell, then you won't hear from me very often. Sad face. Please share this video everywhere, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Okay, bye-bye.